you guys just saw that clip of us attempting to raid somebody, or breach them in general, and we didn't get too far because the TPS is so horrible. So, Origin is supposed to be a cannoning server, it's supposed to hold one-shots and all this garbage, but it we were using we weren't even using like an OP complicated cannon. We didn't need one for what we were doing, as you could see. So we're shooting, and as soon as we start raiding, the TPS dropped from like 18 to 17 to 16 to 15, and it got to the point where we're just not going to wait. We were waiting 2 hours today to raid in general, but the TPS is just so bad, it's unbearable. You can't do it. And like a little bit before we started cannoning, the server crashed. The TPS at its highest point when we were raiding was like 17 and a half. It never touched 18 besides maybe once. And then the lowest point was like 14. And like, you gotta get the shit together. If you're gonna have a cannoning server, you can't have 14 TPS. So we end up clipping on a block because the TPS is bad and it lagged. So then after we blow it up, or when we're attempting to blow it up, the next shot that we hybrid, there goes the cannon because the TPS is at 14 something. Like, that's honestly horrible. TFZ and the faction, we are considering if MineAge has better TPS. And on MineAge, TPS isn't even a priority. I don't even know if Nylon looks at TPS or knows what it is, because it's a PvP server and you don't even get that kind of lag with cannons. Usually our cannon would blow up maybe once or twice. That cannon, we couldn't do anything because the TPS was so bad. We couldn't, like, it's more repetitive on like shots and stuff than on MineAge than Origin. Like, the shots work the same more on MineAge than here, and like it's not how it should be. This server is known for like one shots and all this stuff. MineAge can't hold that, and obviously this server can't because it can't even hold a simple cannon that we made. So I don't understand how this works. It's absolutely horrible. This needs to be fixed, and if it's not going to be fixed, they're going to lose all their cannoners. They're going to lose everybody. They're all going to go to like Gontrol or Unwittycraft because they're not going to play here if their cannons are going to blow up and the TPS is ass. So this needs to get fixed as soon as possible because nobody's going to want to play in it. And our faction alone, if the TPS is going to keep being this bad, we're just going to quit. Like, there's no point in playing on a server where they can't keep the TPS up, even though it's known for cannoning. Like, if your server's known for cannoning, the TPS should be halfway decent. See, 15. It's still at 15. The lowest point was 14. It's like, this is horrible. It's steadily at 15. Like, how bad can it be? And it doesn't go up. It's going lower. 15.05. 15.01. Soon it'll hit 14 again. 15.05. Alright, it went up a little bit. Yeah, this doesn't, it's horrible. Like, this needs to be fixed as soon as possible. It's a waste of time playing on this server if it's going to be this bad, like, honestly. The reason we came here was so we could use one-shot cannons and stuff. And if it can't hold a simple cannon, there's no way we're going to even attempt to play on here, because that's horrible. Like, you guys need to, like, I'm putting this on the forums. Get admins and helpers and any staff to see this, because they need to get the shit together, because this is absolutely horrible. You cannot do anything on a server that has this bad a TPS. It needs to be fixed as soon as possible. 15.1, and it doesn't stay up usually. It's just sitting around 15. It has for the past 15 minutes. It's been at 15 ticks per second, which is horrible. So I don't know how this is gonna. I don't know how this server has players on it. Unless this is just recently. This TPS is not gonna hold, like, this is not gonna hold any decent cannon. So get this together. Get anybody who has any way of helping this. Get them to see this, because this is horrible. Like, you can't do this. So yeah, just do what you can to get this fixed, because no one's gonna want to play here if you can't keep your server with a decent TPS when it's a cannoning server. So yeah, let's get this fixed. And also, before I go, that cannon, that simple cannon I was talking about earlier, it was a standard Leon. It can't hold a standard Leon. Oh, now it's going up 16. Okay, finally. Took long enough. Oh, there it goes, going down again. Well, yeah, that's like, this is really gay. Like, if your server can't hold a standard lien, like that's bad. Like GetRec.net, we thought that had bad, we thought that had bad like TPS and stuff. And yeah, it does. But if your server can't hold a standard lien, there's something wrong. Like that's horrible. So yeah, get this fixed as soon as possible because that is absolute. Like I don't know how you can have that bad of TPS on a server and not even be able to hold a lien. Mine can hold a lien, and it's built for PvP. Like it doesn't make sense. It's not logical. It's stupid. So get this fixed.